Hi, welcome to Landscape of Mothers. This is a video on some foundational concepts or ideas that are embedded in Landscape of Mothers, and I've been realizing that I think I don't say them very often. So I wanted to put this here. The intent of it is to give you a sense of what sort of the basis of Landscape of Mothers is so that you can better decide if this material is something that you want to continue to engage in. So one of my basic premises is that children are born to be who they are, and that our job as adults, as parents, is to nourish, nurture, and protect them into the being that they are supposed to be. And so there's a lot of nuance in here, and there's a lot of room for going about doing that in different ways. And I don't think that there's a particular way to do this well or best or good versus bad or whatever. So I'm not dogmatic about how we go about doing this, but this feels like a certainty to me that the job of a parent is to help and assist and guide a child to grow into who they are. So as parents, we might have a lot of feelings about things that we want for our kids, things we hope for our kids, our own unlived or unfulfilled dreams, all these things, or pressures from our parents or they're the kids' grandparents. And so there can be a lot of feeling, there can be a lot of intent around a new child in the family. But I think the best we can do is to offer that child our best skills and tools and guidance around how to become who you are. And there's a lot of neuroscience that supports this idea that one thing that's deeply traumatic or troubling to children and churns up in their adulthood in their different relationships and things like that is the ways they were told that they needed to be someone that they are not. And those either get internalized as painful inner criticism and self-doubt and a sense of confusion or cloudiness about what we're here to do, or like what we like, what we want to be doing with our time and our energy. And then it can also be turned outwards as a repeat, the same criticism, demand, sort of the idea that if I got cheated out of my dreams and somebody made me who they wanted me to be, then I get to do that to you. And so you being your child, sort of like, this happened to me, I turned out fine, I'm going to do it to you because I turned out fine, and so I think as parents, our fundamental job is to recognize who our child is, what lights them up, what calms them down, what they're interested in, being able to facilitate some of that stuff, being encouraging about their exploration of life and living and relationship with other kids and stuff. And that doesn't mean there aren't boundaries. It doesn't mean that there aren't edges to that, right? We don't want them to explore their relationship with other kids by throwing rocks at other kids. But so I'm not saying that there's no limits. I'm just saying that I think that the fundamental job of a parent is to nourish and nurture and protect a child into being who they are. And I think we would avoid a lot of the difficulties, strife in our adult relationships if we had always kind of been taught to reorient toward our own sense of knowing, our own sense of what's important to us, and we would be able to better choose our friends and our partners. We would have more fulfilling relationships at work, in our social lives, because we would have a sense of ourselves as a worthy human being as part of the collective group. And my sense too is that we need that now more than ever.